Yes, we are live. Welcome, viewers, to Varun Kapur show. My dear friends, it is indeed my pleasure to host this show on behalf of Rotary Club of Addiction Prevention and Rotary Club of Mumbai Elite from Rotary District 3141, India. I'm so very thankful to Varun Kapur for this platform, which he has built for more than 10 years. What was the genesis of this series? Many of you know, but if anybody has joined anew, I just want to tell you the background. We lost a gem of a person, Sushant Singh Rajput. He was not just an actor to us, he was somebody who was a thinker, an artist, more than everybody who loved human beings, a philanthropist, and somebody who was brimming with ideas, enthusiasm, energy. And when he passed away, it created a tsunami of sorts, which has not yet subsided. The longest tsunami in the world must be. Everyone knew that he was drugged without his knowledge and gaslighted and finally extinguished from the face of this earth so cruelly. So, all of us were very impacted by this. And then a huge movement started for justice for SSR. If that can happen to such an aware, intelligent person as Sushant Singh Rajput, it can happen to any of us. It can happen to any of our brothers, sisters, children, anyone. So that is why we wanted to unite and create this movement and create awareness in the social media, through the social media, about the addiction issue, how people are getting addicted with or without their knowledge, either with drugs or with cigarettes or with digitalism or with alcohol. So this awareness series has started to create real Swachh Bharat, where people have clean habits and clean India free of addictions. So Varun Kapoor is highly invested in this and enthusiastic about this. And so we are here. Viewers, I'm very delighted to introduce Prakash Mahajan here today. He is the person whom we are going to talk with. He is a person from with engineering degree from VJTI Mumbai, which is one of the premier institutes in Mumbai. He has also done a certificate course in naturopathy from Nashik, India, and certificate course in counseling from Sinara Education and Career Consultants Private Limited. And these have happened as in the course of life when the certain necessity arises, right? So let's go into his career background. He is into now pharma retail business. He's actually right now sitting at his generic medical stores, which he has started, a chemist stores, which he has started. So this is meant to serve the underprivileged people because generic medicines are of low cost. He has been a sales and marketing and communications manager in several organizations. So he's also the visiting counselor and speaker at Anmol Jeevan Foundation Rehabilitation Center at Virar. In 2020 to 2022, when the whole world was confined inside four walls of the homes or whatever, he conducted Alcoholics Anonymous meetings during those lockdown at Gyan Ashram, Mumbai, and saw to it that there is no infection, but people stayed free of addiction. So that was his zealous attitude. When the whole world was scared, he was out there working. And he was active in Alcoholics Anonymous for the last 24 years. And he has served as group secretary and chairman of the Alcoholics Anonymous group. So he knows best. From West Mumbai, intergroup chairman, also he has been. He has been traveling all over Maharashtra as a counselor and speaker for Alcoholic Anonymous and various rehabilitation centers around Mumbai. So he has been managing two Alcoholics Anonymous groups at Mahakali Caves Road, which is in Andheri, and Alcoholics Anonymous Sarva Seva Sangha Group and Alcoholics Anonymous Holy Spirit Hospital Group. These are the two groups that he manages, and they're both well-known groups. And he has been the trustee of Mumbai region of Alcoholics Anonymous, and he has worked for rehabilitation of rural Maharashtra, Jalgaon district in India. He has been a vocational guidance and mentor for school children and teachers of Mimosa High School, Chopra, Jalgaon region. And he's also into agriculture and dairy farming of in Jalgaon region. If Sushant had been alive, he would have been so happy to have him as a consultant, I'm very sure. And he has founded rehabilitation center, a new one called as Divya Sankalp Foundation. So this is about Prakashji, and now we'll talk with him and understand about what has happened in his life, what set him off, and why he started doing this service, and what is the kind of satisfaction that he gets doing this service, and why is this so very important? Why it makes such a monumental difference to him to be giving so much time and energy for this Alcoholics Anonymous group. When the whole world was so afraid, why did he take that risk of and conducted that Alcoholics Anonymous meetings regularly? It even though everybody was scared of COVID, a disease that nobody had known about, right? So let's have a talk with him. So Prakash ji, welcome to this Varun Kapur show. We are very happy to have you here. Uh, just we can you can greet the viewers and also share about your childhood, your parents' background, lifestyle, memories, whatever you want to share about your childhood. Yes, Prakash ji.
Thank you, Girijaa ji. It's my pleasure to be among you all eminent people.
Thoda niche.
I'm thankful to Rotary Club for giving me this opportunity, and I would love to share my life. The way you spoke about my past, I went into my past, and I straight away landed in my childhood. I was I'm the first child in the family,
Okay.
and born at my grandparents' place.
Okay.
So at till the age of 9,
Okay.
I stayed with my grandparents. So you can call me a pampered child,
Okay.
a child who had all the focus on him, and I was the only child in the family, born after 15 years. So that
Oh.
love, affection, I don't know, it pampered me because nobody ever dared to touch me. And at the age of 9, suddenly I was brought to Bombay. My father had given a warning.
Okay.
If you don't send him this year, he is going to stay there and become a farmer.
Okay.
And my grandfather took me and he brought me to Bombay.
Okay.
Uh, my native place is Jalgaon. We are
Right.
basically Gurjars from Jalgaon.
Okay.
Our language is Gujarati and Marathi mix.
Right.
It is bordering Madhya Pradesh also. So few words of Hindis are there. It's a
Right.
language spoken around
Right.
Khandesh.
Ha.
And when I came to Bombay at the age of 9,
Okay.
I couldn't understand Hindi, Marathi, or any other language. The first day I landed in Bombay, I was sent to a tuition teacher, a Catholic Goan teacher, and the teacher was told by my father that he is already 9 and he should go in third to fourth standard.
Okay.
So whole 1 year uh,
Mm.
he has to study with you.
Oh.
We don't need him at home.
Okay.
And for 1 year, I used to wake up in the morning, have my breakfast, and go to my teacher's house. Initially, I could not understand any language. The first language I learned after coming in Bombay was English.
Okay.
My teacher being a Catholic, Roman Catholic,
Right.
Sundays also I was in her house for tuitions.
Wow.
So every Sunday when I seen them well dressed up, getting ready, setting the dining table, having that time we used to get Paulson butter, Paulson butter.
I know.
So I was very fascinated. And the first language I picked up was English.
Okay.
Later, my neighbors were all Maharashtrian, so I picked up little Marathi. I was very shy.
Yeah.
I could not mix with other friends.
Okay.
Many of them called me to play. I never went out to play.
Yeah.
And after a year, straight away I went to third standard at Sion, Our Lady of Good Counsel High School.
Okay.
And after going there, it was a beautiful atmosphere. I learned Hindi there. I had many friends. It was a cosmopolitan Sindhis, Punjabis, Iyer, Subramanians, Raos. This was all railway staff uh,
Right.
in Matunga and Sion.
Okay.
So that influence, so I learned, many languages in the first year itself.
Wonderful.
Now the difference was I was born in a free atmosphere, loved by everyone, pampered by everyone, and suddenly the change of atmosphere where I was made to study day and night. I was asked questions. I was asked to do homework. My father was a very strict person. We have to wake up at a particular time, do our own work, and be in the house. Before entering the house, we have to wash our
Legs.
hands, feet, and then enter inside. So a typical middle class type, like, and I was very scared of
अच्छा,
that
था
sound of
डिसिप्लिन
my
भी था,
father.
एट द सेम टाइम थोड़ा मॉडर्न लाइफ का एक्सपोजर भी था.
Yes. So
एग्जैक्ट.
that combination, ये जो mixture था, somewhere I was, confused, and I used to always long for my village, waiting for the holidays, and every holiday till my SSC, my Diwali holidays, my summer holidays, they were spent in my village. The day I give my
आई
last
एम लिसनिंग
exam,
टू द स्टोरी. आई एम
yeah,
रिमाइंडेड ऑफ द स्टोरी रिटन बाय खुशवंत सिंह कॉल्ड पोर्ट्रेट ऑफ अ लेडी.
okay,
वो भी ऐसे ही होता है. उनका ग्रैंडफादर के ग्रैंड मदर के साथ ही ग्रोज अप
huh,
इन द विलेज.
okay,
पप्पा
hmm,
को ट्रांसफर हो जाता है एंड देन ही मूव्स टू दिल्ली. एंड
hmm,
बच्चा को मम्मी के लिए थोड़ा कंपनी रहने दो. somebody let me go settle down in the city and then I will call my mother. Until then mother also needs a support करके बच्चे को छोड़ के जाते हैं. And the child gets so much attached to the grandmother. वो मदरसा जाती है तो बच्चे भी साथ में जाता है. तो
साथ में
उधर
जाते
उनका,
हैं.
हाँ, उधर दे आर लर्निंग. सिख उनका ये मंदिर जो होती है वहां प्रेयर्स होता है. उधर ही लेसन्स भी सिखाया जाता है. while going she is taking chapatis and then feeding the dogs and while coming back again feeding the dogs the previous day का chapatis. तो पूरा
Hmm,
dogs पीछे पड़ते हैं. तो देन बाद में वो लोग सिटी शिफ्ट हो जाते हैं. इतना बड़ा घर से छोटा घर हो जाता है. वो बस में स्कूल जाता है. मदर ग्रैंड मदर के साथ ग्रैंड मदर साथ में आती है तो भी वो कनेक्शन टूट जाता है. स्कूल से
hmm,
क्या सीखा है वो घर में आके ग्रैंड मदर को शेयर करता है कि शी कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट न्यूटन एंड गैलीलियो. ऑल दोस इंग्लिश मीडियम थिंग्स शी कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड. वो उधर
hmm,
कुत्तों को देती थी. इधर शी स्टार्टेड गिविंग फूड टू द पिजन्स. ब्रेड क्रम्स देती थी. तो ही टॉक्स अबाउट दैट एंड देन I just was transported to that story, that how
hmm,
बच्चों का दिल में वो attachment जितना रहता है
hmm.
and then how
Yes.
that age also influences, right? How he connects with her. It's a beautiful story. Must read
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you.
it. Yeah,
And then this, I could when I came around at the age of 14, 15, I realized I am in the wrong place with wrong people. I belong to that my native place, and my grandparents were my real parents. I was very comfortable with them. That sense of belonging was not with my siblings and my mother or father,
okay.
and I missed something in life.
Oh, okay.
And this went on till my SSC. 11th was my SSC. In our time, I passed out in 1968.
Correct.
So 68, 11th standard was an SSC.
SSC, yes.
And after giving my examinations in SSC, uh, I always wanted to be a doctor
Oh,
and serve in the villages.
right.
That was my dream as a child. As a child, and after 11, we had first year and intermediate.
Correct.
So I decided that after my results, I should go to SIS College, Science,
Hmm.
do my intermediate, and then go for medical.
Join medical
That was,
college. Yeah.
yeah, that that was my plan. And when I was in 11th, I went to my native place, enjoying my holidays. Uh, we are not Brahmins, but we Gurjas don't eat meat,
Hmm.
non-veg. We are
Okay.
pure vegetarians.
Right.
And I was introduced to a non-veg party, which were in the farms.
Oh,
While the mutton was being cooked, I was offered a steel glass, copper,
okay.
हाँ,
Where in Mumbai
पीतल का
or
glass,
in native place?
native place,
Okay.
native place.
Hmm.
And that was I was in SSC.
Okay.
And when I was offered that glass, I said, "What is it?" So they, you just close your eyes, you drink it, you'll feel very nice.
Oh,
तो मैं बोला क्या है ये बताओ, बोलते हैं ये सब लोग जो पी रहे हैं ना ये यही है. And he brought something to eat with me. बोलता है as soon as you finish the gulp the glass and then you have this. And that was the first time I tasted liquor when I was in 11th standard.
okay.
The first sip went inside, but the second I couldn't take, I spit it out.
Okay.
And that memory I never forget, because from there when I went home,
Mm.
I got an effect, that
Mm.
alcoholic effect.
Yeah.
It gave me so much of enjoyment and pleasure in that
Euphoria.
open space. And I just know I went in the morning when I woke up. I just started recollecting most of the things. I could not recollect. I was in my own world.
Yeah.
Somehow I had fallen in love with that effect.
Oh.
Whatever effect that alcohol had given, I just liked it.
At the time, how
But
old
in the
were you? Around 17, 18.
16, 17, 17
Oh,
most, it's adolescence. That is the
very
age.
vulnerable age. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a vulnerable. And when I woke up in the morning, uh,
Hmm.
I just, I felt very fresh. I was so happy full day,
Okay.
memorizing the things yesterday, what happened.
Uh-huh.
And somewhere this was that trap.
Okay.
I fell for that trap. When
Yeah.
my stay was there for 1.5 months, I was just, slowly, slowly longing for those parties. As to
But your
ask them,
grandparents did not notice the difference?
no, because uh, these parties were all in the villages.
Yeah.
Sorry, in the farms.
Hmm.
So night we used to sleep in the farm only and then come back home. So they
Right.
had never seen me in that condition.
Condition. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and initially the intake of the liquor was very, just a
Small
small
quantity.
peg. Yeah, small quantity. Yeah, they used to
But
serve
was
in
it
cups.
adults who gave you or people of your age?
No, no, no. They were little elder.
Elderly.
Always, now also I've observed
Hmm.
what elders do when there is a party in the house. They offer drinks to small kids. अरे उसको छोटा सा एक बियर का पेग दे दे को नाचेगा, वो हंसेगा, वो मजा करेगा. Huh? And they offer it. It
Yeah.
was similarly offered to me. So then now he is past his SSC. He is grown up. You give him a peg.
Okay. Ah,
It was told by my uncle, my
okay.
mama, and I just sipped it. And after that, 1.5 months I
You're longing for it.
stayed. Yeah. And when I came to Bombay,
Hmm.
1 year I went to SIS college. I finished my first year.
Hmm.
Again for the vacation when I went. So this time I went to ask for money. I My father wanted me to become an engineer,
Hmm.
and I wanted to go for medical.
Hmm.
I said I'll go to my mama, my uncle.
Hmm.
I'll ask for some money. I went, and that time he was partying. And in that party I entered. I told him it was in the farm again.
Hmm.
And I told him that I want to go for medical. And that time the capitation fee was 18,000.
Okay.
It was a big amount.
Yeah.
So I said, you give me 18,000. Once I become a doctor, I set up my clinic. I'll start repaying you. And he started laughing. And he said, "Arey, what you want to become a doctor? Every gully has a doctor.
Oh.
You get some job, get a salary of 1,000 to 1,200. If there is something, um, food wise, grain wise, you can come always to the native place and carry from here. Uh,
Okay.
Don't go for that." And I was saddened. I came back to Bombay,
Hmm.
and I lost my touch with my studies. I don't know. My life took a different turn.
Okay.
That grudge was inside, that revengefulness was this side. I was grudging my father. I want to become a doctor, and he wants me to become an engineer. My
Hmm.
mama, my uncle, so much I loved him, and he betrayed me. And these thoughts, and then suddenly my results were out. I failed.
Oh God. Hmm.
I failed in my first year science, and then I was back to VJTI
Hmm.
for engineering because I had good marks.
Yeah.
So admission was always available for me.
You said you failed and then you again appeared.
No, no, no. First year science, I left it. and I
Huh.
came to VJTI.
Huh.
VJTI had a licentiate course. That was a British course, LME,
Okay.
licentiate in mechanical engineering, LME.
Okay. Huh.
So
Okay.
that was after 11.
Okay. Huh. That is
Huh,
why. Okay.
yeah, that was after 11. That
Okay.
was not BE. BE just
Right.
started.
Right. Okay.
And then I went to VJTI.
So was it in
I,
mechanical engineering you did?
electrical engineering I did.
Electrical engineering. So
Yeah,
when you
electrical.
started, when you came back to BJTI and when you came back to your parents, did you share with them any of the things that happened in the village that you were exposed to some drink like this? You liked it,
Not,
anything?
nothing. Everything was within me.
Okay. And your
Like,
parents don't take drinks at all?
nothing. They were
Nothing.
just
It's a very
middle
traditional
class
home.
people. Huh? They just wanted me to be an engineer. That's all.
Right. Yeah, like normal middle class families, they don't have liquor at home and they don't offer their the children. It doesn't happen. Their
Just
focus is
sleep.
always on
Yeah,
education and all those kind of family values. Exactly.
right. And then during that period, uh, I came across one or two friends
Uh,
who said, आज शाम को आ रहे हैं क्या हमारे टेरेस पे पार्टी है तो I thought party means what I said I don't dance I
mm,
don't eat non-veg because it's not cooked in my house.
mm.
So they said, "नहीं हाँ ना enjoy करेगा." And then when I went there, they offered me a drink here, which I had already taken in my native place. Here it was whiskey, and the journey began from here.
Okay.
And after that, I started making friends only with boys who were drinking.
Right. So it limits
Cigarettes came,
your, yeah, it
yeah,
limits the kind of
like-minded.
people that you meet.
Birds of same feather flock together.
Very well
And then
said.
along with my alcohol, cigarettes came.
Okay.
I started smoking uh, during the period of my engineering studies. I think by 1974, I finished my engineering in 1974. I was introduced to everything.
Mm,
And 75, I started my own unit,
mm.
manufacturing unit, without any help. Because I always had one concept: success is the best revenge if you want to take. So
Right.
I wanted to prove to
Prove it to them.
all these people
Yeah.
that when जब मेरा टाइम आया आपने मुझे हेल्प नहीं किया है अब मैं कुछ करूंगा.
Good.
And then
That's a nice attitude. But
yes,
in the meantime, you had started taking drinks and you are focusing on your career, how to build. But how was your relationship with your parents? You were angry
till
still?
that I was very aloof. I
Okay.
was very obedient.
Mm,
I never demanded anything.
mm.
I was, you can call me a shy person.
So for
I
them,
had
it is
no,
an ideal child, right? They will not know what is the turmoil that is going on inside your heart. They never knew.
never knew. They never knew what I am doing outside
Okay.
because it was all lies. It was all lies. If one of my friends, his parents are say out of station, I
Mm,
would tell my mother,
mm,
uh, today I want to go to Kishore's house. We are doing calculus together. He is very weak in calculus,
mm.
and my mother knew, as to help all children in my area,
Mm.
writing composition for them, helping out in mathematics.
Right.
I had a good handwriting,
Yeah.
Marathi, Hindi. So I
Mm.
used to write compositions for them. Girls used to send their books to my house. When I
Right.
used to come home, my mother
Mm.
used to say, "ये 7-8 books आए हैं, ये फलाने का है, ये राधा का है, ये गीता का है," and then I used to write compositions for them.
Okay.
So this
So
was
she thought
also
you're going to
one.
help the friend.
Yes. So इसके आड़ में मेरा झूठ बोलना जो है वो शुरू हो गया था. And I started staying with my friends. Overnight staying, my parents used to feel that he's gone to his friend's house to study.
Yeah.
But initially we did that. But
Mm.
later on, the parties began there. We started collecting in somebody's house, and then we had a beautiful 6-7 boys group where
Mm.
regularly,
Mm.
weekly, we used to have parties. 70% of my friends were all elderly friends. They were senior to me, 4 years, 5 years. They
Oh.
were already smoking. One
Mm.
or two were already married, and I was always fond of those elderly friends.
Mm.
As to like their styles, the way they had the confidence of talking,
Correct.
and I
They
used
look
to get
more
that
mature
confidence
and
only
able
only
to
after
take it.
drinking. Yeah.
Ha. Okay.
Once I have a drink, I would imitate them.
Okay.
And then that imagination used to come कि
Ha.
दादा की जैसे ही मैं भी ऐसा करूंगा, मैं भी लासन टुब्रो में नौकरी करता था, मैं भी ये कर सकता था. And that way my life began,
Right.
and I fell in love. uh, my wife is a Catholic
What about
from
your,
she,
in the meantime, this is like your life with your friends, you've met somebody and all that, but you did not have brother or sister to notice that there were changes or anything?
they, I was the eldest, they were the youngest,
Okay.
and I was staying so aloof,
Oh,
so alone,
you don't
that
have the courage to.
I never allowed anybody to enter in my privacy, my space.
Oh,
So
okay.
sharp I was.
Oh, wow.
Everything was manipulated, like.
Okay.
And then marriage happened.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Was she your classmate?
Once, no, she's younger to me, but
Okay.
I had written compositions for her.
Okay.
Yeah, school
So she
compositions.
fell in love with
So,
your writing and your thoughts.
yes, yes, and in the same area,
Okay.
and she was best friend of my uh, friend's sister.
Okay.
So, so that way, that circle, it was easy to communicate with each other.
Right.
And till that time, before I could get married, I was doing very well in my business. Uh, I decided to get married. We got married. Business was doing well. And one side, my parties were increasing. Payment,
What
आया
was her
party है.
background like? She knew you were taking
Uh,
alcohol, or
no, nothing. No,
she did not know
she,
anything about it?
no,
Okay.
no, never. My father-in-law never drank in his life.
Okay.
She had no mother. She had lost her mother at an early age.
Okay.
So,
She's
look,
from
she
which
has never.
community? Like she's also
Yeah,
Gujjar.
yeah. But she had seen the drinking pattern of her uncles. She
Okay.
had one or two uncles who were into alcoholism. So
Okay.
they never liked people who drink that way.
So you were
And she
careful
never
not to
knew.
keep it away from her.
Yeah. And she never knew that one day her husband would be the same like her uncle.
Okay.
And this went on in 3, 4 years of marriage. First daughter I got. And during that time, once or twice, she told me, Prakash, whatever you want to drink, you drink at home. Eat fish. I'll fry fish for you. Why you want to sit outside? Why you want to go with those people? Then I started giving, reasons. आज जो लासन टुब्रे के मार्केटिंग मैनेजर आने वाले हैं उसके लिए हमने पार्टी अरेंज किया है. एक नया प्रोजेक्ट आ रहा है, so I want to get some business there. That's why I have to treat them. Again, the same way what I did for my college and school studies, going to
Right.
my friends' houses, I did this for going to the bars. I never went to any beer bars or like that. But there were shetty hotels where you
Where
used
he
to serve
served the
yeah,
liquor. Yeah.
liquor.
Okay.
And slowly that relationship with my wife, because my coming home late, uh, short temper,
Hmm.
getting angry, that domination, there was a change in me, my behavior.
Yeah.
What
What
she
is happening in
saw
your
in
life?
me,
You were not concerned.
yes. And
Late. Right.
I could never notice that these are the changes coming in my life. I,
Right.
uh, I was just happy. I said, I'm successful. I'm married to the girl whom I love.
Yeah.
I bought my own flat. I have entered the business with my own money.
Right.
I never went to anybody to beg, borrow.
Right.
So, I thought I'm a hero. I'm a
Correct.
winner. I
You
bought my
are.
own flat. My
Yes.
first car, my first Bajaj 150 was there that time.
Okay.
So I said, I'm a winner. So nobody can stop. And educated people like me, can never become alcoholics. Who are alcoholics? Alcoholics who don't have good job, who have not studied,
Right.
who stay in slums,
Yeah.
जो काम धंधा नहीं
जिसका
करते हैं.
इमेज ऐसा रहता है कि रोड पे पी
हाँ,
के पड़ा
हाँ,
रहता है, वही अल्कोहलिक
हाँ.
है.
Because the
Exactly.
first alcoholic I had seen, he was fallen
हाँ.
on the streets with
हाँ.
dirty clothes. So I said,
Correct.
I am not that. ना. मैं तो ऐसे
Correct.
नहीं हूँ. मैं तो कांच के ग्लास में पीता हूँ. हाँ, मैं सोडे के साथ पीता हूँ. मैं
Right.
उसमें आइस डालता हूँ.
Mhm.
तो एंड इतना बेवकूफ नहीं हूँ कि बर्बाद होने तक मैं पीते रहूंगा. मैं पढ़ा लिखा हूँ. द डे आई फील आई टू टेक द ग्लास और मैं इसको उल्टा रखता हूँ.
हाँ.
दिस इज माई लास्ट ड्रिंक. आज से बंद.
Mm.
And I used to stop for 10 days, 15 days, 20 days. And
Okay.
then आज गिरिजा जी का बर्थडे है, तो उनका रिस्पेक्ट के हिसाब से एक छोटा पेक तो आज दूंगा, अगेन कल से
बनता
बंद
है।
करूंगा। हाँ, वो तो बनता ही है, हक है। एंड ये सिलसिला दिस स्टार्टेड।
Once you start, then
मेरे,
again you cannot stop.
या
Yeah.
नाउ
But
माय
in between all
इवनिंग्स
this time, how was your wife? What did she go through? How was her life?
नाउ
Like she was, you were
वाइफ
going
वाज
late, you were not participative, you said. So, what did she share
स्लोली,
with you? What she went on in her life?
ये या मेनी टाइम्स शी यूज्ड टू
Okay.
टेल मी कि तू समय देता नहीं है, यू आर नॉट टेकिंग मी एनीवेयर, यूज्ड टू टेक मी फॉर मूवीज. Then her relatives, any functions are there, as to say you take
You
baby
go.
and go.
हाँ,
मुझे काम है,
गिफ्ट दे
मैं
देता
लेट
हूँ।
आऊंगा. हाँ, that was the way. So slowly something was being taken away from me,
Yeah,
and I was locked somewhere. I was locked among that group of friends.
correct.
Evening time was locked. I could never imagine my evening without alcohol. 4:35 हो जाने के साथ में मेरे कैलकुलेशन चालू हो जाते थे, आज कहाँ जाना
Is
है,
it
कल
like हाँ,
कब.
तो वर्क टाइम पे आपका मन में वो चलता है कि कब ये खत्म होगा?
कम काम हाँ, एंड स्लोली इट बिकेम दैट वे.
हाँ,
हाँ, कब 6 बजेगा, कब ये काम खत्म करेगा, एंड देन स्लोली ई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी केम ऑन. एज टू टेल द वर्कर्स, ये खत्म कर लेना, बंद कर लेना, जो कुछ है तो मेरे. दैट टाइम देयर वाज नो मोबाइल्स, लैंडलाइन
correct.
था, फोन भी वेरी डिफिकल्ट. सो एज टू से कल बता देना क्या हो जाता है, एंड एज टू लीव अर्ली. इवन द
Okay.
फैक्ट्री, माय बॉयज दे नेवर अंडरस्टूड कि
क्यों
हमारे
ऐसा
साहब
कर रहे हैं
इतने.
सर? हाँ,
हाँ
या
हाँ.
एग्जैक्टली।
बट
तो
कुछ ही दिनों के बाद में आई स्टार्टेड ड्रिंकिंग इन माय ऑफिस.
ओ गॉड। हाँ,
As to hide my bottles, I started drinking in my office,
ओके।
and slowly that cycle,
हाँ,
I started drinking in the mornings also
ओके।
because there was a headache.
या
Late nights,
But didn't your
morning headache.
office people, your subordinates, did they see you drinking?
Uh,
देखा
my
तो भी
work
बोलने का हिम्मत किसको करेगा?
one supervisor has to take with me.
हाँ,
Because I was happy he was taking care when I was not there.
ओके।
So I used to take him, treat him. So he knew कि मेरे ड्रिंक्स चालू है. बट
हाँ,
स्लोली ये सब लीक हो गया. दे सीन मी मेनी टाइम्स इन पार्टीज, मेनी टाइम्स एज टू मेरी गाड़ी का पतरा डेंट है, एक्सीडेंट हुआ है.
करेक्ट,
कहीं ना कहीं वो बातचीत होती रही.
राइट।
एंड दिस साइड the irresponsibility entered. Morning, when I used to be at 9 o'clock in my office, I started coming at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
ओके,
After that, 2 days gap. Later on, I could not manage money. I could not pay my taxes on time. I could not pay my EMIs or my bank interest on time.
राइट,
And for that, I used to, hide from one bank to other bank. ये बैंक के पैसे चुकाने हैं तो दूसरे बैंक से कुछ लोन ले लेते हैं.
करेक्ट,
वर्कर का पगार 10 तारीख को आता है तो 2 काम पीछे छोड़ना है, उनका पगार देना है.
करेक्ट,
And all everything was shambles, like mismanaged.
राइट।
And similarly it went on happening in the household. So that was a phase of nearly 10 to 12 years
ओ
where
गॉड,
I had
लॉन्ग टाइम टू बी।
risen to a height and then had fallen again.
व्हाट अबाउट योर
And
चिल्ड्रन?
that time initially, when my second is my son. So
ओके,
initially, say around 10 years, my son could not make out anything. He was in school. Morning when he used to go to school, I was sleeping. Night when they are sleeping, I used to enter the house. So initial जो period
पता
था,
नहीं।
हाँ
हाँ,
हाँ, मुझे मतलब मेरे बेटे को पता नहीं था. But he used to always hear the fight between my wife and myself.
हाँ, तो वो डिस्टर्ब
And
करता
then
होगा मन में, क्या चल रहा है?
हाँ, क्या चल रहा
They
है.
can't figure
And
out what is wrong, but
and
like
then
that.
whatever the mother utters, the
हाँ,
children, they listen to it. They
करेक्ट,
take it. Then whenever I used to come drunk home, he used to slowly go to his mother and say, "Mama, don't say anything to Dada. If you say something again, he'll start fighting. Don't talk to him. Don't fight with him. I don't like." Uh, these
yeah,
are the things I remember my son used to tell.
करेक्ट।
And many times he
They
used to
don't
go sit
see,
in her lap and keep his hand on her mouth. Mama, please don't. He used to get very
ओह!
angry. Yeah.
बेचारे, हाँ,
And that time he was just 7 standard. I remember he was in Dominic Savio, Andheri.
Andheri. Huh.
So
Nice school.
I was drunk. I was in the house, and afternoon he came with two three friends,
Okay.
and I was aware. He said, "Dad, you have 10 rupees. You give me 10 rupees." No, I said, "Where you are running? Why?" He said, "No, we have a science exhibition
Huh.
in our school." And that day I had money with me,
Huh.
and I got up. I said, "I'm coming to your school." He said, "No, no, no, you don't come. I'm going alone."
Okay.
And possibly I went there.
Huh.
On the way again, I had a drink.
Oh God.
I entered his compound.
Hmm.
He felt so shy. He took his friends and he used to avoid me inside.
He was
I went
ashamed, right?
inside. Yeah, I went inside the exhibition hall.
Hmm.
I started interacting with the teachers, uh, and my son, I don't know how he must have
Yeah,
felt
that
that time.
was felt very
And
awkward.
somehow he came from behind. He pulled my shirt and he told me, "Dad, please, Dad, please." And then he took me out.
Hmm.
And this I could realize very late.
Yeah.
When I came out of this, I could realize what my children have suffered. Many
Yeah.
times, my daughter, when she was studying for her exams, has to come late, keep the light on, cook in the night. So she used to always be disturbed. Like,
Yeah.
but daughters are daughters.
Mhm.
I don't know. उसने जो भी था वो सब छुपा लिया था.
Uh,
And this went on for nearly 10 to 12 years. I
I,
never knew that I was caught somewhere. uh,
I know.
And one thing
It
was
was
there.
a sort of a snare, a sort of a trap.
Yes, a
Yeah.
trap.
It
A
was a
trap.
trap. Yeah.
I had never
Yeah.
heard uh,
Hmm.
that somebody has quit. I always used to feel if I change the geography, that is the place,
Huh.
I may be able to, if I
Quit.
leave all the friends and I make new friends, maybe I can. या
Yeah.
खाली घर में ही पीऊंगा, खाली बियर पीऊंगा, थोड़ा पीऊंगा, पीऊंगा तो बात नहीं करूंगा, झगड़ा नहीं करूंगा.
Right.
Everything was tried, but it failed. That means I was trapped somewhere. And then
Uh,
लिमिट में पीने का एक सपना था कि
correct.
हाफ क्वार्टर ही लाना है, एक ही पैक बनाना है, पैक बना के बोतल वाइफ के पास दे देना है. शी हैज टू कीप इट इन लॉक एंड की.
Okay.
बट ये सब नहीं हुआ है. शी डिड एवरीथिंग फॉर मी. व्हाटएवर आई सजेस्टेड शी डिड.
Huh.
बट मैं मेरे ही घर में फिर चोरी कर लेता था. जो लॉकर में वो रखती थी, उसी का डुप्लीकेट की से मैं वो लॉकर खोल लेता था, पी लेता था, उसमें पानी डाल देता था, एंड अगेन आई टू कीप इट इनसाइड.
Oh God.
एंड शी यूज्ड टू
Good.
गेट मी रम.
Okay.
So, from her office, one driver was getting it from the naval this.
Huh.
So rum has a dark, shade. So I used to drink and put water and again keep it. One Sunday, she said, "Prakash, अकेले पी रहे हैं हम लोग को भी देना थोड़ा थोड़ा." And I removed the bottle daytime,
Uh,
and she seen the color. It was pure water with a yellowish tint.
he knew. Yeah.
And, ha, and there she caught me that this bugger is doing
She
this
knew.
thing.
That is why she asked that
Yeah,
question to
yeah,
you. "वो तो हमको
yeah.
दो" करके. हाँ.
Yes.
Very smart way of
And
doing
that
it.
was the trap, and I knew I can never stop on my own. And then I went into isolation. I had no friends. All the relatives came to know about my drinking. They parted ways with me. I could not go to my sister's house because they had told my husband doesn't like you drinking and coming to our place.
Hmm.
And slowly, slowly, I went into isolation.
Correct.
Only drink, stay alone, not to interfere with anybody.
That is what you were.
This went on.
I remember telling when we were talking, you felt so bad for the loneliness that your wife suffered. Then you
Yes,
said something which really stayed with me. आप वो बोलेंगे?
that
याद है आपको?
that was the that was the time. That was the time. It was,
हाँ.
she never waited for me. She never kept any food for me because she knew this man will come home after 2 days, or if he comes also, he will fidget with it. He will not eat. He will throw the food. Uh,
Yeah.
so those things had started in my life, and in the end, when you know I could not find a way out. I said it's better पी पी के मुझे मरना है. अभी पी पी के मरना है तो I had seen देवदास, the old देवदास of दिलीप कुमार.
Right.
तो वहां मैंने देखा है देवदास को खून की उल्टी होती है और वो पारू के घर के सामने आके मर जाता है. तो एवरी मॉर्निंग एज टू सी कि मेरे वॉमिट के अंदर में कहीं ब्लड का ट्रेसेस तो आ रहा है क्या? अगर आ रहा है तो खुशी की बात है, मतलब मैं मर जाऊंगा, मर सकता.
Oh God.
लेकिन ऐसा कभी कुछ हुआ नहीं है. आई हैड लॉस्ट वेट. आई वाज जस्ट 48 kilos. आई एम 6 feet by height and I was 48 kilos.
Oh
And I
God.
was just waiting. हाँ, every morning, night has to sleep कि सुबह हो ही नहीं मेरे लिए, मैं मर जाऊँ. Sometimes I have to see my children and wife sleeping, I have to cry. Many times I woke up in the night, touched my wife's feet, kept my hand on her head, darling, बस अभी नहीं पीऊंगा कल से, मुझे माफ कर देना, मुझे सॉरी, मेरे बच्चों का ख्याल रखना. And then sometimes I used to say मैं मर जाऊंगा, मेरे बाद में मेरे बच्चों का क्या ख्याल रखना. So these were all my stories, and this
Correct.
went on for a year, 1.5 years,
Correct.
and there was
तो
no other
आपने
way
बताया
out.
था मुझे कि ऐसा लगा कि वो सिंदूर लगाई है, बट वो आप बोल रहे
और
थे.
वहां पर ये
हाँ.
कंडीशंस के अंदर my wife was working.
हम्म.
So in our office, many of our colleagues, friends, during lunchtime, they used to ask her, तेरे आँख के नीचे यहाँ सब काला हो गया है, तेरे चेहरे में उदासीनता आ गई, क्या है ऐसे? आज मुझे पता चलता है कि वो सिंदूर लगाई हुई एक विधवा थी.
This is something that
पति
stayed with me. I couldn't sleep that night after I spoke
पति
with you and the
जिंदा
same
होते
incident.
हुए भी वो विधवा की जिंदगी जी रही थी. Because I was of no help, no use to her, and she knew कि आज नहीं तो कल this man will not be here.
Yeah.
So that was the last stages of my family. Somehow, by the grace of God, uh, my daughter was in second year, and my son was in SSC.
हाँ.
And one of my wife's friend, a
Okay.
colleague,
हाँ.
my wife's name is Vilma. He said,
Okay.
Vilma, talk it out if there is some problem. And she
हाँ.
started bitterly, crying. And then she confessed. Prakash started drinking. He drinks a lot. He's doing no work. There's no money in the house. And I don't know what is my future. My children, when I look at them, the future is blank. And then she suggested that there is a way out because
The
one of
friend
her neighbors,
suggested.
one
हाँ.
of her neighbor, uh, he had gone for a rehabilitation center,
हाँ.
and then she brought that all details.
Okay.
And then who will bill the cat?
Exactly.
Because
How did you agree? That
somebody,
was the question. Yeah.
somebody has to come and tell me
Hmm.
कि भाई ये शराब की वजह से तेरा सब प्रॉब्लम है और
Correct.
तुझे रिहैबिलिटेशन सेंटर जाना है.
Yeah.
मैंने तो कभी माना ही नहीं कि शराब मेरी प्रॉब्लम है. माय प्रॉब्लम वाज माय ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स who
Okay.
dished me.
Oh God.
My father,
Uncle, everybody
who
else.
did not who did not allow me to become an doctor,
Yeah.
forced me to become an engineer. That is why my life is like this.
हाँ.
Mine is a love marriage. I love my wife. I loved my wife. मैं बीवी के लिए सब कुछ छोड़ा है और मैं शराब पी के घर इतने प्रॉब्लम्स के साथ आता हूँ कि ये वाइफ किट करती है, मेरा सब शराब उतर जाता है, उसके लिए मुझे जाना ज्यादा पीना पड़ता है. So the blame game was all outside.
Exactly.
Every just pointing fingers.
Yeah.
इसके वजह से, इसके वजह से, इसके वजह से.
तो
And
झगड़ा भी होता था घर पे कि आप when your heart there was a blame, did you blame them or you just kept it within?
always, no, always,
Always
or
बोलते थे.
always blamed, always blamed, always blamed. And that was the
बच्चों को भी
last
बहुत वो
stage.
चोट लगा होगा.
Yeah.
Right.
And then uh, finally, 1.5 to 2 months after getting the message of the rehabilitation center,
Hmm.
twice I took money from my daughter for traveling to Churchgate because I had to go to Churchgate to talk to a nun.
Okay.
The nun had asked my wife that you send him here, I will arrange for the rehabilitation.
हाँ.
And I took money from my daughter, telling her
Your
that I'm
daughter
going
was
to
working by
Churchgate.
the time.
Pardon?
आपकी बेटी काम करने को शुरू कर दी क्या तब तक?
नहीं.
How you
because
took
see,
money?
mother used to give them pocket money,
Right.
and
Okay.
they used to save. My daughter
Right.
used to always keep those notes in her notebooks,
Correct.
and I knew if I need money for cigarette, I have to just take 2 3 notebook of my daughter, search some pages, and I'll
Suitable
find a
side of
rupee there.
it.
Yeah, otherwise her compass box.
Okay.
So my wife went to office. I told her, "Beta, मैं चर्चगेट जा रहा हूँ. I want to go to rehabilitation center. So you give
Uh,
me." That time it was hardly 4 or 5 rupees, I think.
right.
Churchgate,
Yeah.
and she gave me that money. I just took the money. Halfway I went and I sat drinking in that money. I did not go, and I
Mm.
came. You came so home so early. I said नहीं वो late हो गया. इसके लिए गया नहीं ऐसा वैसा. Where is the money? Money is gone.
Mm.
So this happened 2 3 times, but this time I really wanted to go and talk to the sister, the nun,
Mm.
and I asked for money. And she said, "Dad, every time I give you money, you go, you sit and you drink and come back home. I can't give you that." I said, "Beta, this time really I want to go." And she gave me the money this time. I went to Churchgate. I went to
Money
Nirmala
road actually
Niketan.
gay up.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
or I went to the sister. Uh, she welcomed me. She said, "Give me some time." I went and sat in a cabin, and she said, "Prakash, you just talk whatever you want to talk. I will listen.
Mm.
I will not interfere." And
Correct.
the way I'm talking to you today, I started talking with the sister. From
Right.
my childhood, I narrated everything till the time I was sitting
Correct.
there. Inside, there was so much of jealousy and grudge against my wife.
Yeah.
After telling all my story,
Mm.
her eyes were tearful. She said, "Prakash, your wife had told me everything about you." She said, "My husband is very brilliant, very intelligent, is very hardworking. I don't know what is wrong with him, how it has happened." And I was shocked.
Mm.
I said, "This lady, I'm hitting her. And she's the one who loves me so much." And
Yeah.
I started crying there. And then sister said, "Don't worry, there is a way out, but you should be willing. If you're willing,
Then there
then
is a way.
everything can happen." And then she told me about Father Joe Pereira. It is a Kripa Foundation at Bandra, St.
Mm.
Michael Church,
Okay.
the first rehabilitation center in India, run by
Mm.
Father.
Kripa Foundation. Okay.
Kripa Foundation at Bandra.
Mm.
And she just said, "The day you decide to go, you please tell me. I will arrange for you."
Mm.
And just within a span of 1 week, I decided to go. I thought I have to just go, sit
Yeah.
there, they'll do some counseling, and I'll come home. But they asked me to pack a bag with clothes.
Oh, okay.
And
They
when
asked
I
you to
reached
come
there,
there and stay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And when I reached there, the counselor sitting there, he asked me, कितना पीते हो? So my wife was sitting next to me. कितना
Mm.
पीते हो?
Mm.
So I get 1 quarter and I drink for 5 6 days. So they are a liar, one number liar. I got so angry. I said, "Liar is telling me." I was lying. I was
Yeah.
lying. I was not drinking there. Then he told my wife, "Madam, you sit outside. There is a bench. You sit there." And she went to the Prakash. मैं भी अल्कोहलिज्म में से बाहर आया है. मुझे मालूम है जैसा झूठ तूने बताया वैसे झूठ मैं भी बोल रहा था.
Right.
अगर तू 1 क्वार्टर 6 दिन में पी रहा है तो तुझे
Mm.
रिहेबिलिटेशन सेंटर आने की जरूरत नहीं है.
Correct.
एंड आई ओपन आई सेड, "यस साइमन." मैं बोला मेरा अल्कोहल बहुत बढ़ गया है. माय
Mm.
फैमिली इज वेरी डिस्टर्ब.
Mm.
बोलते, "प्रकाश, आप राइट जगह पे आ गए हो.
Mm.
आप यू स्टे हियर फॉर 3 months." ऐसे 3 months
Mm.
मैं सुबह आऊंगा और शाम को जाऊंगा. बोले ये स्कूल नहीं है.
Mm.
It is a rehabilitation center. You have to stay for more than 3 months. But 3 months I'm telling you. And I walked out. I went to
Mm.
the gate and I told my wife and daughter, "चलो घर चलते हैं.
Mm.
मैं यहाँ रहूंगा नहीं. मैं थोड़े रहने के लिए आया."
Mm.
And just opposite the gate there was a Irani hotel, uh, that public phone.
Correct.
My wife crossed the road and she put that fine. She spoke to sister. Sister, he
Mm.
has come till here, but he is not willing to
Stay.
stay.
Mm.
Stay. And I don't know. There was some, divine connection between the sister and myself.
Mm.
So the love she had given me that day when I went to meet her, I was trapped here. And I took the phone. She said, Prakash. She's from Vasai. So she spoke in that typical Vasai Marathi. She said, Prakash, तू ऍग्री केलंस ना रिहॅब सेंटर मध्ये जाण्यासाठी. मग आता असं काय झालं? तुम्ही राहा ना तिथे. तुम्हाला जर वाटलं की तिथे तुला म्हणजे आवडत नाहीये तर मी येईन. मी तुला संध्याकाळी घरी घेऊन जाईन. I just obediently, I said, okay, sister, I'll go back. I took the bag and I entered the rehab center. I stayed in the rehab center for 159 days.
100, okay.
59 days, it is 6 months. 6 months.
6 months.
And I,
how do they decide that time? 3 महीना चाहिए, 6 महीना चाहिए, कैसे उनको पता चलता है?
नहीं, normally क्या होता है, when coming out of the trap, minimum 90 days, साइकोलॉजी सेज कि 90 डेज जो है ये इसको एक्सेप्ट करने को लग जाता है कि हाँ यार कहीं ना कहीं कुछ गलत हो रहा है. वो जो क्लाउड होता है उसमें से बाहर आने के लिए. आफ्टर 90 डेज वो जो वॉइड आता है, he doesn't know what to do in that void. Correct. Because most of the time he is occupied with that alcohol thoughts. कहाँ पीने को जाना है, पीने के लिए पैसे कहाँ से लाना है, पीने के बाद झगड़ा हो गया तो सुबह याद करना है किसके साथ झगड़ा किया, क्यों किया, पुलिस घर पर आई थी तो क्यों आई थी. So that time is consumed in that.
वो भी हो रहा था क्या कभी-कभी?
हाँ, after 90 days वो उसमें से बाहर आते. Okay. So then what to do with that खाली space? So correct. You need to stay. And see, distraction के सिवा तो कुछ हुआ नहीं है. तो वहां पर तुम्हारे अंदर जो भी तुम्हारे स्किल्स है, योर हॉबीज आर देयर, तो तुमको सोचने का एक मौका मिल जाता है.
You rediscovered yourself.
Yes, rediscover.
Introspection.
Yes. So the more you stay after that 90 days, more you gather something.
Okay, तो उधर क्या करते हैं rehabilitation center में? Do they give you medicine to stop? What exactly do they do? Because this is another question people are asking me.
Exactly, अल्कोहल स्टॉप करने के लिए कोई मेडिसिन नहीं है. आज तक साइंस के पास में अल्कोहल स्टॉप करने के लिए या कोई भी एडिक्शन स्टॉप करने के लिए कोई मेडिसिन नहीं है. लेकिन अल्कोहल से हुई जो डैमेजेस है, से योर लिवर, योर किडनी, आपका आईसाइट का प्रॉब्लम है. We are very diabetic prone. Now I am diabetic.
Okay.
We are smokers also. Most of them use tobacco. So ये इसके लिए वहां पर इलाज होता है. We have gums problem, teeth problem. तो ये इलाज हो जाता है.
Okay.
But to quit, it is do or die. You only have to have that desire from inside. We had REBT program. We had 12-step recovery program. There were, eminent doctors coming.
What is REBT program?
That is rational emotive behavioral therapy.
Okay. Yeah. Behavioral therapy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Many people are sober through REBT also. In the US, REBT is working there.
Very, very strong. And, REBT is very
and here, in India also, most of the rehab centers, they have this program. So in the rehabilitation center, it's a mixture of program.
I don't mind me asking. There was also people who were asking me lot of. Is there any religious teaching that you've got to convert? ऐसा कुछ होता है क्या? Because these are the fears people have, so that is why I'm asking.
Nothing.
People who want to enroll themselves.
The focus is more on meditation and yoga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The wake up time, say it is 5:30 or 4.
Okay.
It begins with meditation, exercise, walk, yoga.
So are you allowed to talk with other people in the rehab center with you?
Yes. It is just like a hostel.
Okay.
Full day you have your school. Hostel children, they have school. They have subjects. So similarly in rehabilitation center, morning once you have your breakfast, you begin your day.
Food and all 20 minutes. Food and all
yes. Doctors come, religious people come, different fields, different areas. There are sports also. We play games inside, indoor games, outdoor games. Nowadays, rehabilitation centers, they have good space. Earlier, Father Joe never had that much space there,
Hmm.
but still, sports were there.
Whatever you could manage, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And most of this is your therapeutic duty assignments.
Right.
Most of the your work has to be done by yourself.
Yeah. So
So,
खाने पीने में कोई कंट्रोल, मतलब they did not say ये नहीं
all,
मिलेगा, वो नहीं मिलेगा.
no,
There was
diet,
food.
all diet food with a
हाँ.
timetable. हाँ,
Okay.
everything. Monday को ये सब्जी है, Tuesday को ये सब्जी है,
So
और जो
your wife
सर्व,
paid for it?
pardon?
For that, the payment has to be made, no? For you to be in
Yes,
that
yes,
group
yes,
center. Yes,
yes,
yeah.
yes. The basic payment is for your food and stay.
Right.
No
They don't
payment
take
for
any counseling,
treatment.
अलग
Yeah,
होती है?
yeah. And the counseling and all this part is all free.
Oh, okay.
हाँ,
Okay. So much
आपको
services
रहने के
are
लिए,
given
हाँ,
actually.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, हाँ. So, and for the families of an alcoholic, इतना छोटा अमाउंट होने के बाद भी आज इट्स नॉट अफोर्डेबल, बिकॉज
Right.
वो तो पहले से ही उसने सब डिस्ट्रक्ट कर दिया है.
Correct. The
My time it
family
was
will go through a
2000.
lot of strain. Are you allowed to
Yes,
call home back to family?
uh, it is once a month there is a family meeting. Once a
Once a
month.
month visit allowed है क्या?
Yes, yes. That is also a
रोज फोन
specific
करने
time.
को होता था?
नहीं नहीं नहीं
नहीं,
नहीं, नो
not
नो
allowed.
नो
Okay.
नो. अगर आप वहां से सब कुछ करोगे तो आपका फोकस वहां नहीं होगा प्रोग्राम.
Correct. Not only that, then you will not realize what it is to miss
हाँ,
them.
हाँ, हाँ. Then
Correct.
every day you will have one fight with your wife on the telephone, and it happens that way. हाँ, हाँ,
Correct.
yeah,
You are right.
हाँ, हाँ.
मुझे क्यों डाला इधर?
So, हाँ, वहां से नहीं, मेरे को क्या, मैं ठीक हूँ, मुझे घर लेके चल. पहला वही आता है, वो मैं ठीक हूँ, मुझे घर लेके चल. अभी तो
Correct.
मैं पीने वाला नहीं हूँ, 10 दिन यहाँ रहा, अभी नहीं पी रहा हूँ. So
हाँ.
that is the problem with them.
Correct.
So 160 days I
हाँ.
spent there, I came out. But one thing I picked it from there, if I have to stay away from my substance, my alcohol,
Hmm.
I have to work with others.
Hmm.
Working with other suffering alcoholics will save you.
Yeah.
And from day one,
You will see their pain
I,
and then you will definitely
yes,
realize that I don't want to go
yes,
back again in that loop.
yes.
Correct.
Because that kept me busy,
Yeah.
that kept me with my subject. मुझे कहीं बाहर से याद दिलाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी किसी को कि तुझे
Correct.
पीना नहीं है. मुझे मालूम है मुझे क्यों नहीं पीना है.
हाँ.
Because every day जिसके साथ मैं काम कर रहा हूँ, when I'm
Yeah.
trying to help the other alcoholic, I know what he's going through. He's
Correct.
exactly going through what I was going through earlier.
Yeah.
So that made my journey simple and easy.
Right. I know. मेरे को याद आ रही है कि when you're talking about your suffering, my mother had cancer and she was
हाँ.
admitted in the hospital. So she was more than 70. And then we were feeling very sad. Mom, तुम कॉफी तक सेकंड कप नहीं पीते हो और तुमको क्यों हुआ? We were children, we were telling like that. बट सामने मम्मी बोल रही है कि मेरे को तो 70 के बाद आया, पोता पड़पोता सब हो गया. देखो सामने लड़की 18 साल की लड़की है, उसको आया है. सो व्हाट शी यूज्ड टू सिट विद हर, उनके साथ भगवत गीता गाना, ये करना. शी यूज्ड टू मेक हर फील सो हैप्पी दैट हर मदर सेड कि दैट लड़की के साथ जो मदर थी वो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम शी वुड बी क्राइंग. सो माय मदर सेड मैं भी वो जगह होता तो होता, बट आई नाउ आई एम एबल टू डिस्टेंस माई सेल्फ, सो आई एम एबल टू काम हर. तो शी यूज्ड टू, बाल गया तो क्या हुआ, सब वापस आएगा, डोंट वरी, ट्रीटमेंट अच्छा लेना, मम्मी खाना के लिए रिफ्यूज करना तो स्टोरी बोल के खिलाना. शी यूज्ड टू डू सो मच ऑफ इट. एंड दैट, लाइक यू सेड, in the service of others you forget your pain, you forget what you're
Yes,
going through. Absolutely.
yes,
Yes, yes. हाँ. So फिर 160 days के बाद आप आए, फिर क्या हुआ? Did you have
yes.
that inclination to
And
go
then
back, to start again?
it is
नहीं.
suddenly रिहेबिलिटेशन आने के बाद में बाहर की दुनिया मुझे इतनी डिफरेंट लगने लगी, बिकॉज द स्पैन ऑफ ड्रिंकिंग वाज नियरली 20-22 years.
Correct.
In that time I had never seen a normal world,
Right.
and it was very difficult for me to adjust. It was very difficult for me to communicate with people. I had no friends left. I had changed many houses that time because I had sold my house.
Okay.
So every time 11 months leave and license, the areas were changing. My age was 46 that time. So at this age, it's difficult to make new friends.
Hmm.
Many of them didn't knew me, who I am, from where I am.
So at the age of 46,
So
you had left drinking. You had stopped drinking.
46,
46 में stop कर दिया आपने.
yes.
Okay, okay. तो at
Today
what
I'm
age? 18 से start करके 46 तक गया.
yes, yes. But that alcoholism came 29,
Later,
30 के एज
20,
के.
24
हाँ,
उसके बाद.
yes. Till that time, that was manageable. छुप के कर रहा था, कम पी रहा था,
हो
डर
जाता है.
था.
When
हाँ,
your financial independence came, उसके बाद
yes, yes.
he has started. Yes.
The major is financial independence. The
Right.
day मेरे पॉकेट में मेरे पैसे आ गए, मुझे कोई रोक नहीं सकता है. ये थॉट पहले आ गया है.
Yeah. Correct.
So
I'm
this
self-made.
big,
मुझे कौन
हाँ,
बोलेगा?
yes, yes.
Very true.
And then slowly I realized, अरे मेरे पास तो talent है. I have so many skills. I can easily start coaching classes.
आप
I teach,
इतने
except,
सॉरी फॉर डिस्टर्बिंग यू
yeah.
मैरिड थे
Hmm.
then your family में you were going through so much turmoil, your sister's husband said don't come. What about your parents? How did they try to help or influence, or were they also very distraught and upset? क्या हुआ?
My father finally he told my wife that take children and come home, come here.
हाँ.
You stay with us.
Okay.
They had given up hopes.
हाँ.
They had given up hopes. So my
Okay.
parents decided, and they told my wife, "Ki, beta,
Okay.
you take children and you come home."
Right.
Because he has already sold a house. I had sold my house.
Right.
So we were, just one house to other house, leave and license.
Right.
So that was my last stage. So
Right.
after coming back from rehabilitation center, uh,
हाँ.
I had to pick up the threads where I had left.
Hmm.
So
Correct.
in a month, first 6 months, I started with my trading slowly, slowly. Then I entered my electrical field. Few known people I approached, and
Hmm.
then in a 3, 4 years time, I could manage to buy a house with a bank loan. I bought my house again, same place, Andheri
Again.
only. I'm staying in
Okay.
Andheri. Uh,
हाँ.
Earlier, I was imagining I'll have to go to Dombivli,
Hmm.
somewhere Adgaon or Dhanu, because
Right.
the rates were much cheaper
Gone
there,
up. Yes.
and I would never be able to buy a house in Mumbai. At this age, who will give me loan?
Hmm.
These were the things. But by the grace of God, in 3 years period, we could buy a house.
You rebuilt your
My
life.
Yeah, my uh, wife, she retired.
Hmm.
My daughter, she got a job in airlines. My daughter is an artist. She's an international artist. You can
Wow.
uh, Google saviamahajan.com. Will come. Sorry, www.savia Mahajan, and you will
Okay.
get all her exhibitions.
Wow. I will definitely see.
Uh, and son has done hotel management. Now he's a director, food and beverage at Six Senses,
Okay.
Vietnam. So
Oh,
just yesterday he came back.
okay.
So children are settled.
Right.
I am at 71 still working as a consultant. Plus
Okay.
I have started this retail shop. So
God is great that he has, right time
mm,
पे आपको intervention मिला. You followed it up with lot of
yes,
determination, and
yes.
finally you came out of it. Amazing.
And
Uh,
this is not my
thank lot of thanks to God.
ये सब credit मुझे नहीं जाना है. This is only because of my family. If
Yeah.
my children and my wife wouldn't have supported me, I
Hmm.
wouldn't have been able to stand again.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes, it is all because of them. Today, whatever I am, the full credit goes to my family, my
Yeah.
children, my wife.
I know.
I am just obeying them. Whatever they say, I am doing, and I am doing simple things in life.
Right.
I have
So, what is
diabetes.
your life with the other addicts like? What are you doing in that area?
I am very popular. I'm
I
very
saw
popular.
that in the profile I read out, but I want
Yeah.
you to narrate क्या होता है अभी क्या करते हैं आप?
मेरी पॉपुलैरिटी कैसी है पता है आपको?
हम्म,
कोई भी अपना दुख आके मेरे साथ में बांट सकता है.
हाँ हाँ
वो बोलते हैं, प्रकाश भाई को बताने के बाद में वो कभी आवाज ऊंचा नहीं होता है. वो रिजेंटफुल नहीं है. हाँ,
हाँ
हमेशा मदद के लिए तैयार होता है. हाँ,
करेक्ट
किसी को जॉब चाहिए, किसी के बच्चे का एडमिशन चाहिए, किसी को हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट करना है, तो
करेक्ट
प्रकाश भाई इज ऑलवेज देयर. So I have
या
got all new friends. I said I had no friends. Today I have got so many friends. Every day I attend 10 to 15 phones.
राइट
but that simplicity, helps you.
Right.
There are no grudges. I am never arrogant. मैं जो चीज पसंद नहीं आता है मैं उनको बोलता हूँ थैंक यू वेरी मच, आप कंटिन्यू करो, मुझे शायद नहीं
मुझे
जमेगा,
नहीं
एंड आई
चाहिए.
लीव इट.
Yeah. That is so very amazing. Now you have started a rehab center. You said how many people are there? What do you do with them?
No, I had started earlier.
Okay.
Then, but now I am going to other rehabilitation centers. I
Okay.
take
Two
sessions
of
there.
them you are going to Mahakali Caves, and the other one your little heart.
These are my regular meetings. People come on Thursdays and Fridays.
Okay.
So I go early. I have to help the families.
Okay.
Many of them ask for rehabilitation facilities. कहाँ पर है, कुछ help कर सकते हो क्या,
Uh-huh.
कुछ concession discount दिला सकते हो क्या. I talk to the concerned people. I help them
Okay.
to get admitted.
Okay.
So
So you
these
get
are
them
the activities.
admission and you talk to the people, coordinate with them, and all that.
Yes,
So
yes, yes,
not
yes.
only addicts, even families come to you.
Yes, yes, yes. Families come to me.
So very
Even
nice.
in sobriety, there are a lot of family problems.
Correct.
जॉइंट फैमिली होता है, दो भाइयों के नाम पर घर है, तो क्या करें? So they come to me. So
Correct.
whatever my experiences, I just share my experiences. From
Correct.
there, they get certain things and they do it. So
Right.
these are the activities that keep me busy, occupied. You can say I invest my time this way.
Amazing. Amazing. तो जो वो रास्ते से गुजर चुका है, उसको पता है वहां क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं.
Yes,
राइट. तो
yes.
यू विल बी एबल टू, वो लोग गिरने के पहले आप उनको संभल पाते हो,
संभल सकते हैं.
संभल
हम
सकते.
उनको हम सिग्नल देते हैं कि भाई, अभी बहुत से लोग बोलते हैं मेरी तो शादी हुई नहीं तो बीवी क्या चली जाएगी.
हाँ.
तो पीते रहेगा तो शादी होगी और बीवी जाने ही वाली है बाद में, नौकरी
करेक्ट.
जाने ही वाली है. तो
राइट.
डिस्ट्रक्शन डिस्ट्रक्शन एंड डिस्ट्रक्शन.
राइट.
तो दैट डिजायर हैज टू बी देयर टू स्टॉप. डिजायर होगा, दे आर सक्सेसफुल. अदरवाइज उनको पी के मरना ही है.
आई नो.
दीज आर द
निपुण जी,
एक्टिविटीज.
आपने बहुत सारा कुछ लिख रहे हैं अबाउट ड्रग्स. ड्रग एडिक्शन इज मोर सिवियर. एक्चुअली देखेंगे तो द नंबर ऑफ अल्कोहलिक्स एडिक्शन इज वेरी हाई. एंड लोग बोलते नहीं है कि उसमें क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम होता है. पीपल थिंक ओ अल्कोहल इज लाइक विल नॉट डू सो मच हार्म. जैसा स्मोकिंग के बारे में बताया जाता है और ड्रग्स के बारे में बताया जाता है, उतना अल्कोहल हेल्थ को कितना खराब करता है वो बताते नहीं है लोग. तो लोगों को पता नहीं चलता कि वो दैट कैन बी अ ह्यूज एडिक्शन. नंबर वन. नंबर टू इज एवरी एडिक्शन इज एडिक्टिव. सो उसमें से निकलना मुश्किल ही है. नंबर टू. नंबर थ्री, रिहैबिलिटेशन सेंटर जाएंगे और भी आपसे ज्यादा लेने वाले से आपको मुलाकात हो जाएगी एंड यू विल बी बिकमिंग मोर ऑफ एन एडिक्ट. और सबको अप्लाई नहीं करता है, किसी किसी को होता होगा. बट
या
अर्लियर ऑल्सो विजय खवाले आए थे, वो वही बता रहे थे, आप खुद की मर्जी से जाते हो तो यू विल लुक फॉर वेज टू कम आउट ऑफ इट. आपको किसी और की फोर्स से जाते हो तो वहां भी आके आप वो ही ढूंढोगे. तो वो बहुत जरूरी है कि यू हैव टू रियलाइज फ्रॉम इनसाइड कि दिस इज नॉट मी. मुझे कुछ ये आई एम समहाउ become a very different person. This addiction has made me not the person I am. I am a better self. I have to go back to that self. वो आपको आ गया ना. हम सब, all of us are images of the divine being. तो हम कोई की वजह से वो भूल जाते हैं. तो हमको वो रिकग्निशन आ गया तो यू विल कम आउट ऑफ इट. तो वही बता रहे हैं, वो उनकी जर्नी इतना ब्यूटीफुली बता रहे हैं. तो इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी साइकियाट्रिस्ट के पास जाएगा तो ही मिलेगा, ऐसा नहीं है. अलग अलग रास्ते होते हैं. और रिहैब सेंटर में जाके रिकवर हुए बहुत लोगों को मैं जानती हूँ. एग्जाम्पल आपके साथ बैठे हैं, ये भी है, विजय कवाले साथ भी है, बहुत सारे लोग. यस यस, अब बोलिए. सॉरी, सडनली क्या हो गया पता नहीं, सम इरिटेंट. हाँ. तो सो इट्स अ माइंड गेम. देयर इज अ विल, देयर इज एग्जैक्टली. तो मोर इट इज, वो अपना दिल की बात है. अब संघर्ष बाहर के लोग से नहीं करना है, खुद के साथ करना है आपको संघर्ष. तो people who have been through this, I'm very very happy that all of you are sharing and you are listening, and I'm so very proud of the way Prakash ji has come out and he has spoken out in the open. So really proud of you, Prakash ji. And now your
Thank you.
children, your wife must be so very happy about what
Yes,
you have
I
achieved,
think
right?
I think my daughter must be there. I had sent her the link.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I know, I tell you, when I was working with Valenti, and once we
Uh,
had a painting exhibition. ऐसे बच्चों के लिए
mm,
बोला था पेंटिंग क्लास. तो बच्चों को बोला था आप आपका वीकेंड ड्रॉ करो. तो
mm,
कोई कोई बच्चों का वीकेंड कैसे होता है, तो फादर अलग रूम में बैठे हैं, मम्मी अलग रूम
yes.
में है, बच्चे अलग है, घर में अंधेरा है,
Mm,
फादर सोए पड़े हैं, ऐसा. बाकी
mm,
लोगों से कैरम खेल रहे हैं, नहीं तो बीच पे गए हैं, नहीं तो साथ में बैठ के टीवी देख रहे हैं, ऐसा चल रहा था. होटल में बैठे हैं, दैट वाज अ ड्राइंग दे डिड. वेयर इज
yeah.
दीज चिल्ड्रन को वो था, तो हम अलग से बैठ के बात किए. तो वो लोग बोले मेरा घर में यही होता है, आई डोंट नो व्हाई, बट माय पापा सोते रहते हैं,
Mm,
नहीं तो
mm,
झगड़ा होता
mm,
है घर में. तो हम लोग को मम्मी
yes.
बोलती नीचे जाओ तू के. तो हम नीचे बैठे हैं, तो ऊपर आओ आया तो भी मम्मी बोलते नहीं नहीं अभी मत आओ, 10 मिनट के बाद आओ. तो ऐसा चलता है. सो वी केम टू नो दिस इज द काइंड ऑफ पेन दैट पीपल आर गोइंग थ्रू. सो बहुत ही अच्छी बात है. हाँ, साविया महाजन इज हियर. थैंक यू सो मच
Yeah.
आपके. हाँ, आगे. सो आपकी बेटी ने लिखा है,
Mm,
she has joined and she has written, I'm very proud of my dad and the wonderful work he's doing with so much dedication and passion. It is an inspiring journey. Rise of the Phoenix. बहुत beautiful है बेटी. I'm so very happy and proud of you. Yes. So while I was trying to show this, the suddenly the internet was off. Like, so thank you so much for joining this. She has written this. I hope you can read. So she again, I'm reading out for you. Savia has written, very proud of my dad and the wonderful work he is doing with so much dedication and passion. It is an inspiring journey. Rise of the Phoenix. Absolutely, absolutely. So very nice. Mehul Vyas ne likha hai, hats off to Prakash ji. Thanks, Savia, for supporting. It is very difficult to come out of alcoholism. Likhe hain. Nipun ji also has written, hats off, and it's very difficult. Mehul Vyas, thanks, Savia, for supporting your father and being with him. Wonderful, wonderful. Very nice. I'm so very happy to listen to this. So, whether we are young or old, there is always hope. And there is more hope in this world because there are people like Prakashi. Organizations, so many organizations where people are willing to work with you, not for money, not for anything else. So this is something, such a beautiful journey. तो जो जर्नी वो भी क्या है जहां कोई गिरा ही नहीं है, राइट. कोई बच्चा ऐसा नहीं है कि जो चलने लगा और कभी गिरा ही नहीं. लोग अलग अलग जगह पे गिरते हैं, अलग अलग क्षेत्र पे गिरते हैं, बस उतना ही है. तो it is a beautiful thing. It's a lot of pain, and I don't say that everybody should go through this, but hua, so don't give up hope and work
Yes.
with it. Don't give up hope and family ke saath rehna. And if anybody has any questions, you can post the questions. In the meantime, I will just read out a poem written by Crystal Campbell. उन्होंने भी यही, the journey of a woman who has gone through a family member, her husband, who is an alcoholic. So she has written like this: last night we argued once again. Last night we argued once again, but it's really nothing new. We argued the night before that, and tons more before that too. Your alcohol addiction has taken over your life. That can of beer is your mistress, and I am just a wife. That can of beer is your mistress, and I'm just a wife. You refuse to see the issues this mistress causes daily. You refuse to see these issues that this mistress causes daily. It consumes your every thought and is causing pain with your family. You wake up sober and smiling and say that you love the life that we are living. Our dreams have come true, and we are blessed with all that we have been given. But as the day slowly goes on, your body begins to shake. In, it needs to feel that mistress. So the alcohol demon awakes. The mistress grabs a hold of your hand and swears she can make it better. But with every top that I hear the pop, I wish you had never met her. Your attitude changes dramatically, especially towards me, your wife. You start to act completely miserable and scream, I hate my life. You forget the things we talk about, the things you say and do. The drunk I see every single night is far from the man I once knew. Your addiction is taking over our lives. Your addiction is taking over our lives. It is an obvious fact. It's taking away our good memories, the time we can't get back. And you know you have a problem, but you say it's just a part of life. Fact is, I will never be the mistress, and I'm not sure how much longer I can be the wife. Fact is, I will never be the mistress, and I'm not sure how much longer I can be the wife. So, somebody who has really felt the pain and has spent it beautifully. So, family support is very important, very true.
Very
And
important.
this, even with family support, many people do not realize what they have, the value of what they have got, and they don't come out of it. It is really unfortunate that this does not happen wherever it does not happen. So that is why through this effort we are showing a helping hand and trying to see that many people can take care of this. So Siddharth Udeshi has also written, it's true, great to see kids supporting father. Good to see you, Savia. Cheer to both of you. Cheers to both of you. Then Sanjay Hegde, very inspiring as usual. Very nice, Prakash sir. Thank you very much for sharing your journey. And I'm sure people will try to reach out to us. And if they need help, I will direct them to you, as always.
Thank you.
It has been
Yes.
happening. Thank you very
Most
much.
welcome.
Yes, you
Thank
can
you.
write to Varun Kapur channel if you want to write, or you can catch me at Twitter or Facebook, wherever you can see me. Please, you can write to me, and we will connect you with the right people. Wish you all the very best. Do not ever give up hope, and do not waste your life. Yes, also having a mentor like Prakash sir is important. Glad to have him show us the way. Amazing, amazing. That's really very nice. Always God said angel. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this journey. I'm so very sure that you have lit the lamp of hope in so many uh, minds that have been in the dark. So very proud of you, Prakashi. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
Varun.
you so much. Thank
Yes,
you. Thank you.
thank you. At one point of time, we had about 600 viewers, 300 viewers. It has been going up and down. Doesn't matter. I'm very sure that people will listen to us, and as we close it, we will realize how many people have been connected with us. And later on, also, people keep watching and coming back to us. So continue this inspiring journey. Continue to help more and more people. Prakashi, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Here is one message. Yes, thank you, Nipunji. That is everybody's personal experience. We are talking about drugs also. We have to give importance to everything. Thank you so much for this input. We have also already talked about drugs. Again, we'll come back also talking about drugs. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Charlotte
Thank
Castellini
you.
has also said it's a very inspiring life story, Prakashji. Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you.
I'll end
Thank
the
you.
broadcast. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye.
viewers.
Bye.
Thank you for all your love and support. Bye. Please share this with all the people you know, because some people we know are in the problem, some people we do not know and maybe in that problem. So please help everyone. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.